Herzlich willkommen zurück im Studio, verehrte Zuschauer. Kommen wir zum Thema Werkstoffe.
So, let's get to the topic of materials. The use of aluminium has been increasing for years now, and not just in packaging, which everyone uses every day. Its share in cars alone has trebled over the last 20 years. With us in the studio now is Dr. Philipp Grothe, boss of the Lower Rhine aluminium specialist, alimex. Why is aluminium such a popular material worldwide?
Warum ist Aluminium weltweit ein so gefragter Werkstoff?
You're right. The demand for aluminium is rapidly increasing all over the world. We have, of course, been observing this trend with great pleasure. In my opinion, the main reasons lie in the superior properties of this material, which still fascinates me. When, for example, you compare alumins with steel, you establish that aluminium is much lighter. Although that's not worth much in itself, it provides massive advantages in further processing. With cars, for example? With cars, exactly. But also in mechanical engineering and high-tech industries. Much better mechanability is guaranteed thanks to the material's light weight. You can treat aluminium much better during the production process, thus reducing tool costs, which means the bottom line is cost savings for all processes along the value chain, making it, of course, interesting for many applications. There are also other properties that make the material so interesting. Corrosion resistance or electrical conductivity, for example, are just a couple of things to mention. These are reasons that contribute to aluminium substitution more and more other products and materials, resulting in a variety of applications too. You just referred to the automotive sector, but this is also reflected in other industries, and the whole thing then adds up to considerable demand on the global markets. Aluminium production requires a high energy demand. How can that be reconciled with a growing demand for sustainable production processes and environmental protection?
Ist das nicht ein Nachteil des Werkstoffs Aluminium?
I was expecting that question. I was at a major sustainability event in Berlin a few weeks ago. I'm telling you this because before my talk, people came up to me and asked, Mr. Grothe, it's lovely that you're here, and don't get me wrong, but what are you doing at a sustainability event? It doesn't exactly go with aluminium. I admit up front, the production of primary aluminium is of course very energy intensive. That cannot be argued away. But the first point I'd like to mention is that the entire aluminium industry, which starts with the foundries and goes as far as the processes, is more than aware of its responsibility towards environmental protection, climate protection, and sustainability. A great deal is being invested in this. The second point, which is even more important to me, is the topic of recycling. And here we come to your question's key issue. Aluminium is 100% recyclable. This means that every aluminium product used in the product life cycle can be melted down again after use and then manufactured and processed again. Which means when we're talking about energy, slightly less than 100% of all aluminium products ever produced, I'm talking about over the last few decades here, are still being used, and in my opinion, that also really puts the energy discussion into perspective. And perhaps just one last point. If you look how inexhaustible aluminium is in nature, it's the third most common element in the Earth's crust. This speaks volumes when combined with its recyclability. Added to this, there's also energy savings with vehicles, as less weight there means a reduction in energy consumption. But not all aluminium is the same.
Die Einsparung dann zum Beispiel in Fahrzeugen, könnte ich mir vorstellen, denn die Gewichtseinsparung ist ja gleich.
Your company, alimex, has specialized in a manufacturing process that is, in the meantime, being used worldwide. This is something really special and an innovation from Germany. What's so great about it?
Was mittlerweile auch fast weltweit Anwendung findet, ist eine Besonderheit, eine Innovation quasi auch aus Deutschland. Was hat es damit auf sich?
Alimex was founded a good 50 years ago now, and the founder back then and today's owner, Helmut Geller, did in fact accomplish pioneering work and start a totally new industry. As he did nothing less than revolutionize our product's manufacturing process. If I might briefly explain, our starting product is a large aluminium bar that the foundries produce. Back then, the question at Alimex was, why does this bar have to go to a rolling mill to be rolled flat? This is a value chain that is justified as it results in rolled products that can have certain mechanical properties. But back then, alimex asked, can't we try to produce our precision products directly from the block? And it worked. Since then, alimex has won multiple awards, for example, as a quality leader or the European Aluminium Award in 2008, and so on. As I just outlined, the products that we manufacture with this method have huge advantages compared to rolled products. The main points here are low stress, surface structures, tolerances, and so on. It therefore makes sense. We have the pleasure of using this method, and our customers are very happy.
Toleranzen, also das macht Sinn. Und wir haben da sehr viel Freude an diesen Produkten und auch unsere Kunden sind sehr zufrieden.
Wird der Trend des vermehrten Einsatzes von Aluminium?
Will the trend of using aluminium continue? What's your assessment of the market?
Ich bin sehr sicher und das ist jetzt nicht nur eine persönliche Einschätzung meinerseits.
I'm absolutely certain that it will, and this is not just my personal assessment, as I'm out and about a great deal visiting customers and talking to them and our partners about the market potential worldwide, and I don't know anyone who is saying that demand is on the wane.
Jetzt noch mal zu Ihrem Standort. Wir befinden uns in Deutschland.
Can manufacturers like you be globally competitive based in Germany, a location that is characterized by high personal and energy costs?
Da global wettbewerbsfähig zu bleiben.
In my opinion, this is only possible if you don't see the market as one market, but define the market segments and very precisely analyze what the demands and requirements are of the customers in these segments. And then there has to be a strategy discussion, and a strategy discussion also means, what am I not going to do? Which, by the way, is far more difficult than to say, I am going to do this. So we leave out specific market segments, for example, where there are cutthroat price wars. There are segments where we can really score with our quality leadership, and other providers will possibly get a chance in other segments. Abroad too? Yes, exactly, abroad too. Secondly, it is very important to be and remain innovative, which means we are investing a great deal of time and money in innovation and research and development, and this is the only way to assert yourself in a tough, competitive environment. I wish you good luck with that, and thank you very much for visiting us here in the studio. Dear viewers, we'll be back again in a minute.